Welcome back everyone. Welcome to fall. This is my first video of the fall. It is October 3rd already. What the world? I want to get on here tonight and touch base with you guys. I have a few things that I really want to share and get off my heart and get off my chest. You guys know that I'm all about mental strength. I'm all about how to, make the best of the situations in your life, what come your way, how to be strong, how to work through all that stuff. And so a couple of things, obviously you guys live on the East Coast or in the South, you know that we just finished up with Hurricane Ian. Not much damage here. Some trees down, a little bit of power outage and whatnot, but everything is good. And I hope you guys all from Florida on up fared well, and that there's nothing, terrible going on in your life. So my video tonight is going to be basically about, I put a post on Facebook the other day. I have some people in my life that I super love, and I kind of am hearing a lot of the same things from different areas in their life, and also things that I dealt with in the past. And if I can in any way, shape, or form inspire or help any of you to maybe find a way to command those things, or find a way to, even if it's just something you need to hear me say, I'm all about trying to help, and you guys all know that. So basically, my post was just something I felt in my heart, and it said, don't let your screams be a whisper. If you feel, I always call it the window of opportunity. If you feel something stirring inside of you, something stirring that, especially in an area where you need to make a change, whether it be career-wise, whether it be a health issue, whether it be a relationship issue of some kind, good or bad, all of those things, that is the voice. To yourself. You hear it. It's in your head. You go to bed, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it during the day. And until you start to act on it, it is just remaining a whisper. But within yourself, you're feeling the scream. And my post was basically, don't let your screams be a whisper. You are the only one that can make you. No one else can make you. And the reason behind that is because we live in this vehicle. This is our vehicle through life. You get one. You can buy a Toyota, and then a Honda, then a Ford, then a Chevy, whatever, a Lamborghini, whatever floats your boat. And you can buy all those, and you put your vehicle in there, and it carries you through. But our bodies, we are the only vehicle we have through life. And so when I say that only you can make you, that's what I mean. So you can be given opportunities to take a job. You can be given chances to do things and stuff. But what happens with that is you put yourself in that, because you could easily say, no, I'm okay. And the other quote is, that was my quote, but the other thing that people say is, until you make a change, you're just going to remain where you are. So for all my ladies that have contacted me that they are doing something new and different and improved in their life, I applaud you. And if I can continue to help you in any way, I'm here for you. When you feel the stir, when you feel the scream, and you start to put you start to put action to the dream, that is when things can a lot of times get, you can be met with some static. Depends on who it's from. I remember in my past, not too long ago back, because that was troublesome. But once I came through some things in my past, all the things that I seem to be doing for the betterment of me and my life got picked on. And I never understood that. My healthy eating, my desire to work out, and my sobriety all would a lot of times get thrown in my face. And I think people don't, when they are used to you being a certain way, they're not comfortable with change. And the only time that happens is if they're the person that's saying, hey, you need to, you got to work on this, or hey, you might want to do this. But other than that, when they start seeing a shift and they start seeing the pattern of you change, their red flags for them go up. They're the wrong kind of red flags, but that's what happens. And so when you get met with static on things, if it's something good you're trying to do, then you can already know that it's probably going to be better for you in that way. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have someone come alongside you and team up with you and walk that road with you, then you won't get static from that person, and it should be a team effort, and it should go forward and go well. Something I wanted to touch on is if you are finding yourself with some self-doubt and, some low self-esteem, check your surroundings, because 9 times out of 10, if you're around someone who is also not where they want to be, but they don't know how to change it, or maybe they've tried a couple times and they've failed, or they've let themselves exhaust it and then just give up on it. You're absorbing their negativity. I don't believe in the sense of aura or whatnot, but we do give off a certain energy. I'm sure I give off energy in this video. I give off energy in my gym when I'm in there and I say nothing to no one. And I have my music in my ears and I look pretty, I hate to say unapproachable, but I am on a mission. So we all give off energy. And what kind of energy are you absorbing from the people around you? Is it high intensity? Is it supporting you? Is it, yes, let's do this? Or how can I help you make this better? Or is it just that kind of blah, negative, they don't know what to do with their lives? And so what you have to be careful of, and I fought through this for 10 years almost, and I don't deal with it now, of course. But, and I stayed on top of my game. I just got that armor. I just have that shield up, thank God. And, you have to be careful not to let that seep into you, because you will find over time that even though you may want to make this small change or make that small change for yourself, you kind of tend to feel like you have, lost your way. And that's just not so. And if you have lost your way in a small amount, it only takes one, what we call in the military, about face, which is where you are standing in one direction and you position your feet just so that when you spin, you completely spin your body around. It takes one about face to change that. And that way, the screams that you feel inside you when they're in you and you want to do this and you want to make this change and they're here and they're going and they're going and they're going and they're going, by the time that you get them out, it's just a whisper. And you never act on that and you never push that forward. And so I'm here to remind you that you make you, not your husband, not your wife, not your kids, not your boss, not your mom, not your dad. You can make you, and you can make the best you. Now, like I said, you can have people come alongside and pour into you, and you can glean off the ones who are, walking that path that you want to walk. But the ones who are not, you still love them and still allow them, the place in your life that they have, but not that place that keeps you under and down and down and down. And don't you dare let someone's negativity be an umbrella over you, that you think, well, I feel like this and I feel like that, and I'm no good because such and such and such. When that's not true, because it takes our own effort and our own time in the process to dig ourselves out from underneath anything that we may have put over, over our emotions or over anything like that, or have hidden anything. That's why I say don't let your scream become a whisper, because if you feel it inside of you, you have got to let it out. You've got to walk that walk and talk that talk. And be accountable to yourself. So, I listen to a lot of David Goggins. He is, if you don't know who he is, he's the one guy, he's amazing, an amazing human being. And he just doesn't care anymore what people think about him. He's done, 100, 200-mile runs, and he's insane. And he just said the other day that, when you're doing the things that people think are crazy, that's when you know that you are doing right for yourself. Now, I'm not talking about bad stuff. I'm talking about good things. A lot of you guys know I get up at 1:45 in the morning to go to the gym. It's what I have to, if I want to go work out, that's when I'm going. And it's just what I do. So when you find yourself doing things that people are like, oh my God, girl, that's crazy, or why would you even do that? Like, I've had grown men tell me, when I say that, they're like, that's ridiculous, that's crazy. And then I look them up and down, I'm like, yeah, it shows that you wouldn't want to do anything like that, because you're a sloppy mess. The one thing I don't let people do anymore is badmouth my excellent habits and my choices. Because all you have to do is look at someone and you can tell what their priorities are. A lot of people today are putting food over relationships, a healthy marriage, a good sex life, their health in general. I mean, there are 35 and 40-year-old men out here on blood pressure medicine, CPAP machines, all these kinds of things because food just tastes too good to them. And we all know, though, that you have to get to the root of why you're overeating. So before you comment and say that, hey, I have this issue and I have a CPAP machine, I'm not talking about issues like that. I am speaking on carelessness, of taking care of this vessel that we have, carelessness in what you eat, carelessness in any movement, any activity, all those kinds of things. You guys know now, if you had watched any of my videos, I have stayed actively in the gym for 18 years. And the only reason I remember that number is because I started working out right when my niece was born. And she'll be 18 on October 9th. And that's how I always know how many years, because I just lose track. You have to get yourself in a place where nothing else matters until you've done what you have to do. Whether it be first thing in the morning or last thing at night, no matter what. You carve out that time for yourself, you're going to be a better person. And I would say, a good little example to try to remember is when you see someone who is super unhealthy and doesn't care, do you know deep down inside they do? Everything that they're doing, you do the exact opposite. So when they're laying around being lazy, you get up and you go for a walk. Try not to emulate that same behavior and then wonder why you feel crappy or tired or lethargic. Do the opposite. Have your meal, and when you see them reaching for the second and third helping, don't do that. When they pour in a soda, you get yourself some water or some, whatever it is that is healthy for you to drink. That's really all I can say, because it takes being opposite, and it takes change to break out of that mediocrity and that normalcy of what we see anymore, which is glorifying obesity. Trying to, save everyone's feelings that it's okay to be that big. Well, if you enjoy being that big, that's fine. But doesn't matter if you love it or not, it's still unhealthy. It's an unhealthy lifestyle. No, we're not all going to be the same size. We can all eat the same thing and go to the gym in the same way, but we're all not going to look the same. It's just how your body is. It's what your body does. Like, as for me as a woman, yesterday I did shoulders, traps, biceps, and abs. Now, I have to go careful on my upper body. I only work out to keep it basically fit, toned, shapely, and whatnot, because I don't have to do a lot. I be careful not to, get too big up here and stay narrow in the waist and kind of things like that. So we only curtail what it is you need to do. If you've got an injury, don't beat yourself up. Don't slam that injury thinking, I got to do this. My hip, I had my hip replaced. I have to be easy on my legs a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm almost 50 years old. I don't have to go insane just to prove to other people in the gym a point. I live in here. I know what I can and I can't do. And that's the same where, you guys have to basically a la carte yourself in your workout and your eating to get to a point where you feel like you're your optimized self. So like I said, just in this, my main thing is a lot of people today in this world we're in and in this generation and just everything going on around us, the negativity is almost deafening. And as humans, we're like sponges, we absorb. And I would like to just remind you to be careful of what you allow in your ears, your eyes, it's like that little song, be careful little ears what you hear, and just be careful letting it make you think that you can't help yourself. You don't have to ride that same train that everybody else is on. Me, I jump off the train and I run my way. I run my way there. And it's better, than being on that train with everybody else who's complaining and crying and fussing and this and that. And I'm just out there just doing my thing. Like, hey, y'all. I love you guys. I hope this helped a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I just can't tell you enough how important it is to be strong within yourself. Love being able to say no, and not no in a mean way, but no, I'm not going to do that, or no, I'm good. People tell me you get up at what time, God? You go to bed at like 7. Well, I look at them and they're, no offense, but they ain't hitting on nothing. They ain't got nothing going on. So I'm not going to take advice from you. Take advice from people that are on top of their game, or have been through hell and have come out on top, have been through the fire and come in. All the dross is burned out and they come off shiny and glorious and new. It's like they say, don't take relationship advice from somebody that's been divorced 4 times. Don't take financial advice from somebody who's already filed 2 Chapter 13s. It's that kind of thing. Don't let negative people who do not take care of themselves, keep that cloud over you. When you start feeling those screams within inside you to want to do better, I want to do this, I want to do that, go with those things. Let those things come up out of your throat. Don't stifle them down. And there's a way to do it that's classy and all that. I'm not telling you to be, insane. It's all emotional and it's all mental. And when you get those things together, your feet will follow. That's all I kind of wanted to say tonight. To all my sisters out there who are struggling right now with any kind of emotional overcast, I'm here for you. You guys all have me on Messenger. You can hit me up. And I love you guys. And all I can do is help you with the knowledge and the strength that I have. I love y'all. And this video probably won't get up till my daughter gets back from Florida so she can edit it. My little sweet pea. And yeah, so like I said, like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the flip side.